Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
Pacho gets over and intercepts. Now it's Neymar. Gerrard. Neymar. It's Neymar! It's a pretty loose pass. He's going for goal! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. That's the keeper's ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Neymar. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Neymar. Looking for options for movement. Not the most accurate pass. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. He intercepts the throw, that's well read. Messi looking to receive it in space. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That pass isn't the best. Oh, what a mistake! Bernardo Silva! Goal, Brazil! The first significant strike. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
First breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And we have our very first corner. Palmeiras are looking to go forward now. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! Fantastic from Nielsen. That is a gem! An absolute gem! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He has given that the lot. Bang!
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Palmeiras restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Silvestre. Now it's Messi. Messi! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Iniesta. Stood up well to him there. He's a sharp little ball here. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, can he get onto this? There will be a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution for Brazil, number 21, Jamal, number 13, Messi.
Palmeiras get the ball rolling for the second period.
Batistuta, number 14, Diego Forlan. Substitutions taking place.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And the through ball. That's an excellent interception. Brazil different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Gerrard, who's set up one goal so far. That's going wide left. He's picked his way through. Maldini proves too strong.
Palmeiras always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. "60 minutes played. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. Danielson! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Knocks it into space. And he's let fly. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Tries to play it through. Great vision. It's fallen! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Messi. Played into space. And the through ball. And here comes the corner. Otto attempts a clearance. And that's a throw-in. Van Dijk. Ah, he's given it away. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, chance, surely! Fantastic from Forlan! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they get themselves in front! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Pass somewhat off target. To Nielsen. Otto wins the duel this time.
Palmeiras really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Raul. 5 minutes to add. Bernardo Silva. And that's it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Forlan taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Japan against the all.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're underway.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
A header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. De Ligt is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, that's well spotted. He won't be happy with that one. That's been cut out, well played. Silvestre clears. Japan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can they get him away? That's going across goal. Ah, that's a fine interception. No way through. Tries to pass it through. Vitinha. Gerrard. He's shifting through the gears here. Van Dijk threads one in. Bojan Krkic receives it in a wide position. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's there to get it away. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And this is Neymar, and he's got the beating of his man. Neymar was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Okazaki providing an outlet on that flank.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Japan clearly should have gone for the...
Shapes to shoot! It's in!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
51 minutes is number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's worked it through. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Okazaki! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Japan come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Thank you very
It's
much
been
for your
a pretty
cooperation.
tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitution for Japan. Number 20, Bayern. Number 8,
And we get
Okazaki.
things going again.
Number 4, number
Japan
22,
can really do with some
Danielson.
bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Coming on the field.
That's a little off target.
21,
And it's
Diego
Hazard.
Forlan.
That's a
Number
shade
15,
optimistic.
Bebeto.
And he's gone
Number
looking for
11,
safety.
Figo. Number 7, Luis Diaz.
Played into space.
Number 2,
Some
Rafa.
resolute defending there. Nuno Mendes. And here's Neymar. That'll be a throw-in. Figo. Bebeto. De Ligt does really well to win the ball there. And he thumps it clear. Japan still trailing by 1 and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Timber. Van Dijk. Now that looks a decent ball. That's good vision. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And he's well positioned here. Japan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that's fabulous. And no, he's seen through all of that. That has been cut short. Not the most accurate pass. Rice, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Lyon clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
It's Neymar! Oh, and that should have been 2.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Figo. Bebeto. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Another throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And that has been knocked clear. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And time is up. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
If you do have a chance today, please take some time
Your
out to
reflections
give your
then, Jim.
support to our
What a
Better
frustration,
Stadium Fund.
Peter. Even after the goal, no real change in approach. That's about as inept as they come, and it's no surprise there are many in the stands that are making their feelings pretty clear.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Argentina.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich.
Shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Okazaki is offering a right smile there.
Japan with the corner, they're first. Argentina have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. Peruzzi chooses to deal with it himself. And it's Neymar. It's Okazaki! Beckham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Tries to play it through. Kimmich threads one in, and he's picked out the run, and he welcomes it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Quarter of an hour played. Engages and forces him off the ball, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Okazaki. Okazaki! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Danielson delivers.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Shifted it to the flank. Marquinhos. Now that's well seen too. He's a sharp little ball here. Still goalless at the moment. Now, can they get him away? And this is Messi. Can he finish? Goal! Argentina! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
After 27 minutes is number 9.
Argentina have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass.
Tries a shot! Inzaghi finds himself offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to pass it through. This is a promising build-up. Danielson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Great vision. Looking to play him in.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And no, that was never going to make it. Timber. Great ball if he can get there. Okazaki. It's Okazaki!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
There will be 1 minute
Boyan!
added time.
And it's in! Japan are level! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. reflections on the first half?
Japan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser, so this isn't bad at all.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Substitution in progress.
Argentina kick off the second half.
Japan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chance.
It's Okazaki! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kimmich. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Bojan. And the ball is out of play. Silvestre. Kaká! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been... Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Japan have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! Silvestre can clear it away. Timber clears it away. And they're quick to get it back. Always goal side. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he's intervened well there. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's got to... And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
They've played it short. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And he's gone looking for safety. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Danielson. That is good alertness. That is ended up in no man's land. Beckham. Looking for options for movement. That's been slipped through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Okazaki! Goal! Japan! And the comeback is complete. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Japan with the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think...
And Batistuta! Well read, nice interception. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. Totti! Brilliant by Totti! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And right near the end, we have parity. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 61, Francesco Totti.
Argentina have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain...
And Batistuta! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he
There will
hit
be
it so
5
beautifully.
minutes added time.
Argentina found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Pete...
Chance for a shot! And he's heaved it away. And here's Messi. Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot.
The whistle's gone and the game is over. Japan, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Japan definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.